linen, now what it looks like. And then I've been contacted by this brand, Beach Bag, and also maybe I could use it. These t-shirts come as an updates to the bathroom. And I think I'm going to, and downstairs we have got, I feel so grown up. It's also not come at great timing because I hoped it would be better news. Hello, a quick intro from me because my battery is about to die. So today you're going to see some of the things that I am hopefully going to be taking on my holiday. So a huge haul from Tala, my first order, H&M, Mango, and then a few other bits. And what I don't get into this vlog, I will get into the next vlog. Because I have got more stuff coming. I just don't know if they're going to come in time for me to film them to here. So any questions, let me know. I haven't included any sort of beauty and hair products in which I have been asked about to share. I have bought some new bits for my holiday. So again, I think I'm going to add that into my next vlog. Let me know if you want any links or anything. Enjoy! She's gonna smell so much. This is actually my first time ordering from, is it Tala? So I'm going to show you quickly first two things that I'm not keeping, and it's not because I don't like it, I just don't like it on me, especially just how I'm feeling at the moment. So first off is this swimsuit. The colour is lovely, and if you've got small perky boobs, it's lovely, but if you have got slightly bigger ones that aren't as perky, all I would say is I just wish this tie detail was a little bit higher up just to hold your boobs in that little bit more, but it's quite low, so it doesn't really give much support. But if it was like a bit further up here, it would have been really nice and would have given the lift in the right area. So that is going back. And then this one's lovely. I probably didn't like it as much as the other one. It just wasn't very flattering on me. So that can go back. So what I am keeping from Tala are these two linen cords. I knew I'd like this one. The colour is gorgeous. But I'm quite surprised how much I liked the sort of like a butter yellow with the blue pinstripe. And I've kept both the shorts and the trousers. The trousers and the shorts are sort of low to mid rise. And I much prefer high-rise trousers and stuff on myself, just so I can sort of hide my tummy. So I went for a medium in the trousers and shorts, just so I can pull them up. But it's a slightly thicker linen material, which I think doesn't crease as much. Really soft, and obviously great around the pool. But I also tried it on with heels, so if you wanted to wear them going out, I think they look really nice on holiday. And then the same with the blue, I got the small in the shorts and the trousers, and a large in both the shirts. They're just really easy, comfortable items to wear. And then I also got these linen cords from H&M. So one's like a long shirt, and that's in a neutral beige colour. And then this one in a cream, and they're slightly thinner linen. So I imagine they're going to get quite creased, but you can get, I think there's about 5 different colours. I also liked it in the black and the dark brown, but that was sold out. And you can either get a long shirt or sort of a normal length shirt. I went for a small in the trousers and a small in the long shirt. I probably could have actually got away with an extra small. They do come really big because I am never a small in a shirt. But what I am thinking is when you wash them, it might shrink, so then it will be a perfect size for me. Again, great round the pool, but also I think they look quite nice if you wanted to go out. I know I'm going to get lots of use out of them on other holidays, and I also go wearing this kind of thing around the house. It's super comfy, but you still feel put together. I did actually go for a large in this style shirt. I just wanted it to be oversized, and then wearing it with shorts. It sort of comes past your shorts. They've both got a nice little detail at the bottom there. So yes, I've got a little linen mat. But I know I'm going to wear them lots. And then another linen shirt. I need to chuck my current white one away. It's just not very white anymore and just not the length that I like. So I bought this one from H&M. It's extra long, it's really bright white. They go with everything. Really comfortable to wear, shorts. I've even put these shorts with them, which I've had for a while. I think these must be, I think they're from H&M. So I've got that as a backup on May take on holiday. Again, they're just great for just chucking on, going down to breakfast. This is also from H&M and I will show you now what it looks like. We are going to a beach club when we're in Ibiza and I don't want to wear a bikini, so I was thinking maybe something like this with my next linen top, because it is slightly sheer, so putting on a bright white bikini shaped bra on underneath would look like I've sort of got a bikini on. Yeah, it's a lovely colour. Again, if not, it's just great, isn't it, to put around a swimsuit. And then these two blouses are from Stradivarius. They're just quite thin. Again, great when you get too hot. And I'll show you, but you can actually wear them tied at the front or tied up at the back. So the white I got in an extra large. Again, I just wanted that extra material so I can hide my tummy. But the brown I got in a large. I don't know if it's because it's darker, but the extra material just made me feel like I looked bigger than I wanted to. And also I quite like the brown one backless, and I just don't think you need lots of material. I did buy, for the brown one, because I think I definitely want to wear it backless on holiday, I got this from Amazon and it's got a really low back, so it means I can tie it to the back and it will keep it sort of nice and low for me. I think this is like a Tala dupe. They have lots of colours, they're really soft. I got a large. I probably could have got away with a medium, but to be honest, being all hot and bothered, I'm quite happy that I went for the large. And then, because I definitely won't want to go broadless with a backless top, but because this fits quite nicely, it means that these straps I can have loose, so it can give a bit of an off the shoulder look. I actually wore this at the weekend, but tied at the front. I think I'll show you that later on in the vlog. Just really handy. And then I was after a dark brown beach bag, and also maybe I could use it at the airport. And they had two in mango. That one's quite expensive, I think it's £150. So I thought I'd order the cheaper one as well, just to see what I thought. The only thing with the cheaper one, I think the colour's lovely, is quite thin. It looks quite narrow. If you put something quite big in there, it does look better. And then I think for the price of this one, it is gorgeous and I probably do prefer it. I just wish it came with a bag that goes inside. This is a cheap bag from Sainsbury's and that came with a really nice bag. I suppose I could use it for this. It's just such a shame, you just think they would have thought about that for how much they were asking for the bag. I have also ordered a very similar one but leather. It has been out of stock for ages on Mango's website, and then I saw yesterday that it's come back in stock, so I have ordered it. So I think I'll either keep this one, or if I prefer the leather one, because I might get more use out of the leather one, that I can use it all the time, not just on holiday. But that's probably not going to come in time for this vlog, so I'll have to show you in the next one. And then I've been contacted by this brand to potentially work with them. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Is it Cupsy? But they do lots of gorgeous swimwear. I'm not ready to show swimwear yet. Definitely don't feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean that maybe potentially one day I'm going to feel better about myself. But you'll see it on, I think, one of the try-ons that I showed you with the Tala blue linen set. I've got this underneath it and it's actually quite flattering. If you are like me that don't really like to show this part of your arms, they're quite wide straps, so I feel it goes over the area that I don't like, which is quite good. It sort of hides it that little bit more. And then the bottoms are high rise, so they go up a little bit higher, which is nice. And I think just the trim of them just makes it look a little bit more flattering. I also really like this navy one, and I think you would have seen it under the Tala yellow linen set. But my only thing with it is When you pop it in position, it's great, but I think it's too big around the back, so then it starts to gape around here, which isn't very flattering. So I don't know whether I can get this adjusted. Oh, there's 3 holes that you can, so I need to try that again then, because that might make it loads better. Again, it's a lovely colour, and the bottoms are also quite flattering, as in they're high rise. Well, as flattering as they're going to get right now for me, is what I'm saying. Also from them, I'm definitely keeping one of them. I don't know whether I am tempted by all 3, and you're going to see them now, what they look like on. But I love the blue one with my next linen top. That it's my most asked about top, and I really do hope next bring it back. But I really like it with that top to potentially wear out for dinner or maybe a beach club. And then the same with, also comes in white, which is a lot more see-through. So I'd say that was definitely more like beach club vibes, or if you are in Ibiza where you do show a little bit more of yourself, then fine. But going for dinner, I think it'd be too sheer unless you got sort of an underslip sort of skirt, which I have got, so I could try it with that. And then the same, this kind of nice neutral colour. But I was like definitely keeping the blue, and then I put these on. I thought, I quite like you two as well. I think they were like £30 each, which I don't think's bad at all. And I think they're kind of the style that they're not really going to go out of style. So for future holidays, they're going to be great. And then this is also from Mango, which is not from Holiday. I'm not going to keep it. They only had a 12 left, and it's just not big enough. I much prefer my blazers to be oversized, but the colour is gorgeous. They have got a double-breasted one, and I think the colour is very similar, maybe a little bit nicer. So I think I'm going to keep an eye on that and then try and get that. Because again, just shoving on with jeans, I just think they are great. So these t-shirts come as an 8-pack. They're super light. Great if you want sort of that cropped look, but not showing too much of your tummy, which is my favourite thing to do. And then it comes in all of these colours. So a nice butter yellow, pink, grey, like a sage green, and then a white. Updates to the bathroom. So we have added a wooden windowsill, and then we've also added wooden beams. Now, they're a bit darker than I had in mind. They're like a very dark brown at the moment. I'm not sure why they went as dark, because we use the same stain that's on here. So I'm hoping that they will fade a little bit. But I'm really pleased. I think it just helps finish this room off a little bit more. And then here we still need to get a big mirror. We're going to have it bespokely made, because the taps are going to come out of the mirror, so the mirror is going to go straight down to the sort of worktop. Then updates on the guest room. So we have added the partition wall in now for the ensuite, and then we will be having our sink here with a mirror above and 2 lights, and then the shower will go here. The taps for the shower, and then we've also got sort of like an extra, is it like a hose thing? And then just here will be the toilet. I will insert a few images of roughly the layout And then the bed's going to go here, along here. And I think I'm going to panel the walls in here. Again, I will show you with an image. It's got such a nice feeling in here. I'm also going to get those trees cut back a little bit. I love them, but they are quite big now, so they need cutting back a little bit. And excuse the mess, it's a bit messy in here, but we've also added some beams to this part of the ceiling. It also means we can get a actual ceiling light, because I've not had one for God knows how many years. These beams will be painted the same colour as the ceiling and walls. I'm thinking about going a little bit darker in here with the paint, so we haven't painted them yet. But they'll look so much better once they're painted. They're a bit too much at the moment, but just adds that a little bit more character to the room. And downstairs we have got a new round table. This is only temporary. This is only temporary. I've always wanted a round table in here, but I wasn't too sure what size we could get away with. So I got this from Facebook Marketplace, and the chairs, again, they're probably temporary, to be honest. They're not quite what I had in mind, but I think we can go much bigger with the table. But yeah, much prefer it. And then the big table that we had in here, we are going to sand it down, treat it, and pop it outside near the barbecue area. And then also in here, we've had more beams put in. Again, these ones will be painted. Yeah, I'm really pleased with them. I am potentially working with a sofa company for some new sofas, but we haven't bought new sofas for about 20 years, so I really want to make sure I get it right, what we decide. And I've only ever had leather sofas. It's just so much easier to keep them clean, especially with the dogs. I've got my eye on a lovely chair to go here. But it's quite expensive, so that's last on the list. And then we have also started levelling out this patio area, and this is where we'll probably put some like lounges, or maybe put the hot tub back up here. Once that's done and tiled, I can then paint these walls and get some lovely greenery in them, because I hate them how they are now. And then we have got a builder to come and do the first phase of the steps, because I haven't chose the most straightforward design, obviously. I want to go for sort of like floating style looking steps. I'll add an image of what I'm thinking. So the builder needs to come and do sort of the base, and then we need to create a frame and add concrete before tiling. And then out here will be all tiled. They are the same tiles as what we've got inside, but just outdoor ones. I have just got this gorgeous frame from TK Maxx. I love the colour and the shape. And then over here, also bought a new lamp that I need to unwrap. So hopefully that will give it a sort of nice effect too. I feel so grown up. This is my first ever home food delivery from Ocado. So I have got the girls coming to stay with me this weekend. So this is just for tonight because they're getting in late. So I thought we could have some tapas and some wine. This was Lucy's request. She said it's really good. So I've ordered that. Cheese, pickle and tapas bites. Things like this I would usually do myself, but I'm going to go pick them from the train station, and I just wanted things that were done already. Again, with the prawns, I do usually do that myself, so I just thought I'd give it a go, see what they're like. Never had this dip before. These are really good, and I like it. They've got like the reusable lid, so you put them on and it still stays fresh. I've never tried the olives and jalapenos before. Some mushroom croquettes. Part of the only ingredients, I've not tried these, and with going on holiday I really do need to start being good, so I thought these would be quite good in the evening if you fancied a bit of a dessert. Some porridge for Jimmy because he makes such a mess in the microwave. My go-to crisps. Some rockets either for tonight, and also I've pre-boiled some eggs for breakfast. So I'll probably do a little bit of a brunch tomorrow or Sunday. And I was going to make this myself, but I saw this and I thought I'd give it a little whirl and see if it's any good. I love roasted tomatoes. I have them with everything. I will probably put them with the brunch tomorrow. I've never tried these crisps before, so we've got chorizo and cider and Belgian peppers. And I wanted the only ingredients sourdough bread, but they didn't have any in stock, so I've ordered this one from Gales. It's their seeded sourdough. Oh, Belgian peppers that I will do on a hot pan. And that's everything. Not bad for £100. Oh, and some berries for the freezer. And my only ingredients, sausages. I think they're really good. They taste great, and I don't feel as guilty eating them. And we've still got a load of burgers in the freezer, so we didn't need any more of them. These are new as well, I think. Worth giving a go. Again, not something you should be eating every day, but the fact that it's clean ingredients, again, makes you feel that a little bit better. And I got these from Tesco. I love them. It's parmesan and truffle. Great with wine. I'm trying white wine with pickled jalapenos. The wine probably could have done being a little colder. I haven't had white wine for ages. Bit of extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to pop some seeds on top, but you're sitting on my seed pot, so I'll do that after. Gonna put some These are dangerous. I've lost count how many I've had. So good. And then the expensive ham. Doesn't look like you get much. I'm gonna pop this wall out because I would imagine it will go. We'll have the prawns, the mushroom croquettes, warm bread with tapioca and that tomato salsa that I bought, and then also some hot peppers. One of my favourite snacks. I don't want to cry. I have just done my makeup. Excuse the hair, I washed it yesterday, so I'm just about to style it for the weekend. But I have just had a phone call today from the clinic. I find it really hard to share stuff about the IVF in real time because almost any good news that you get is obviously good news, but it only means that you're past a stage and you've got other stages to go through. So you never really feel like anything is good news. You're just happy you got through one stage, but you're worried then about the next stage. And I touched on it briefly, and I hopefully will explain more one day. But something happened in our first round that we just aren't happy with. And this is the reason why we're doing this fourth round. We had always planned to do 3 consecutive rounds for egg freezing. And I think we started last year in June, and we thought we'd definitely be done by September. Just how my body's gone through the process, every month that I've been scanned, my body seems to be better if I've had a rest in between. And then because of Christmas, that also took me out a month. I have been extremely poorly for the last few months on the pre-medication. It's completely wiped me out mentally and physically. I felt like I just couldn't do it anymore, and just got to a point where I did feel done. I even asked ChatGPT, I was like, have I finally reached my point where I'm done? Or am I protecting myself? Is it the medication that's making me feel flat and done? Anyway, during the pre-medication, we didn't actually take some of the medication when I should have, so I was worried about that because you just think anything that you do is going to impact the outcome and you blame yourself. Then we started the cycle, and to be honest, it all looked good. I felt good and better than previously. As you get to egg collection, you tend to feel worse. I think it's because you're obviously taking a lot of medication to grow your follicles, and then you're taking medication to prevent you from ovulating, and I think the battle of that towards the end gets too much. But I felt fine. I wasn't overly bloated. I have got inflammation, I can tell that from my face and around my stomach. As far as hard bloating, it was all good. Egg collection, we came out with a really good number. They were all mature, which was just amazing news to hear, which doesn't happen very often. And again, I haven't shared any of this because I feel like every day that goes past, I'm scared to share it because I know something then can go wrong. All of them fertilised. One didn't fertilise as it should, but it's still fertilised and it has been growing. And we've probably had this week 4 that have been looking really good and have had sort of high AI grades and look like they were potentially going to blastocyst. Today is day 6. So yesterday, early in the morning, I had a message to say that one had gone to full blastocyst and they were going to biopsy it, ready to send off for testing, and freeze it. And then we probably had another 2 that looked like they were okay, and then even another 2 behind that that looked like they might make it a bit later. And then yesterday afternoon I checked and I could just tell that the others just weren't doing well. I think one yesterday tried to make blastocyst and you can see it expand, but then last night when I checked and this morning it looked like it collapsed, and that is correct, it has. The other ones have almost stopped growing, and one is continuing to grow, but it's a low grade, so the chance of that A, making it, and B, being PGA tested with no chromosome. I said I don't want to cry, I've just done my makeup. So it means we're only sending one off at the moment for testing, which the chance of that coming back is 0. And it's not like I wanted lots of embryos to transfer. I have got a endometriosis op that I would need to have, and lots of other invasive testing before putting an embryo back. And I just felt like I needed more than one to make it feel like that the next stage, which is going to be over the next 6 months probably or longer, make it feel worth it, because it's just a lot. It's already been a lot, and obviously the chance of having one transfer and it working is just a really low chance that it will work. So it almost makes you feel like you just don't want to, because the journey ahead is a lot for the outcome that we're probably going to get. And it's so weird, yesterday and today I could tell that the others weren't doing very well and I felt fine, and this morning I checked. I think it's just hearing it being confirmed that it's not great. It's also not coming at great timing because I have my girls coming this weekend to catch up, let her hair down and have some fun, because I feel like that's been a while since I've been able to do that. And I just don't want to be sad or upset talking about it. I better ruin my makeup now, haven't I? Anyway, that's my update. I hoped it would be better news. Again, just because I'm so sick of giving shit news. But the rest of the vlog won't be sad. I've got lots of stuff to share with you. I've been going crazy ordering stuff for my holiday.
Hello, little ones. Oh. You cuties.